All right, everybody. I'm your host, DJ JAXCIN.
I'm Sam.
I'm Gina.
And you're on the Jax Local Radio Show. And this is WTF.
WSNY Jacksonville.
All right, everybody. We're going to get into the popular posts. The first one we're getting to is the Aquarius new moon is going to push all of us in the emotional overdrive.
Oh, that's upsetting. What if you are constantly always in emotional overdrive? Will this counteract that or make it worse?
You mean like super bitch?
No, like super crier.
Oh.
I guess you're screwed.
No, I'm a Cancer.
Oh, I'm
Apparently, from what I've been told, that's why I'm so emotional all the time, is because I'm a Cancer. So I cry all the time for like all of the emotions.
I got some napkins for you.
No, I'm good right now, but I'll let you know if it starts to tear up.
So it's on to the next one.
That's my sweater.
All right, we got this one. Is the Pedal Pub launching in Jacksonville next month.
So is this is real? Like this is 100%?
That's what I thought too.
Because I just feel like don't get me wrong, Jacksonville is a cool place, but this seems like, where are we going to do this?
So they're doing it Riverside, San Marco, and Avondale.
So would you want to be on a pedal pub going through 5 Points? I don't want to be in a car going through 5 Points.
Yes, I think it would be super fun. You're not driving. They're just pedaling. Someone's driving this for
Someone's
you.
driving?
Someone's driving.
Yeah, he's driving right there in the middle.
That gives me so much anxiety.
No, and then
He
you
looks
just
like he's
pedal.
drunk too in the middle.
Right?
And then you just pedal.
I think this is dope. But they also have like a pedal boat here. Did you know that they have that?
I didn't know they have the pedal boat.
Yeah, they have like a pedal boat, and it's the same concept, but you're in the dirty St. John's River. So
great.
it's kind of cool. And you can go through Riverside, so that's
dirty
cool.
St. John's River. Let's tour
Dude, that water is
I know.
nar.
That's
It's weird.
All right, the next one we got here is you can now stay in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre house.
That's a big no for me.
I want to sleep in the
Here's
basement
my
as long
thing
as
on
it's flooded.
this. Like, you can. Okay, so like, you're just scrolling through Airbnb and what? There's this? Or like, you, like, I don't
Say
know.
it's $40 a night.
Yeah, it's like, is somebody there to like haunt you? Is it just meant to be like a eerie time? Like, I've never understood things like that. You know what I mean? Where it's like, you can stay in like, I guess like Murder House from like American Horror Story is different because that house is like apparently supposed to be like real fucking haunted.
I don't know if I'd stay in a haunted house.
You'd have to give me a lot of money to
I'm not
stay in a
bringing that
haunted
home with me.
house.
That's
You know what I
coming
mean?
home.
Right? Like, I just...
I wanted to be on like Ghost Hunters. I wanted to be on that
I could
stuff.
do ghost hunters, but I don't want to sleep in something.
Yeah.
Well, they stay there.
True.
But
I
they don't
want-
sleep. They are awake.
Sometimes
right?
they sleep.
No.
They'll
I'm
record themselves sleeping.
I'd have to
I'm
be
good.
on a lot of sedatives to be sleeping in a haunted house. That's for damn sure.
All right, let's move on to the next one. About the cheerleader pummels girl who
Dude.
challenges to a fist fight.
Okay. If this cheerleader is out there, go on with your badass self. That fight was
How old do you
something.
think she is?
Is that like a
In
high
high
school uniform?
I would say so.
High school is
It
definitely
looks-
not
The
college.
girl that she's fighting looks rather young.
Yeah.
Like in
They
the
both look
very
young.
small amount of video that you can actually see her without her being
her
face
yellow
down.
sweatshirt.
Yeah, but I don't know if anyone's watched this video. If you haven't, definitely watch it because this bitch throws some hands. This girl's out here with her like bow in her hair, holding her phone, just like pop, pop, pop. It's wild. Shit's wild.
I think the slam was more ferocious.
Yeah, she
Full body
definitely
slam.
put some UFC fighters to shame.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
They
This is
look
the
like they
saddest
just
photo I've
slept
ever
in
seen.
that-
The kid from Terminator 2 and Ron Jeremy.
They look
Look
like
like they just slept in that Chainsaw
you know who
Massacre
they-
house.
You
That's
know who
exactly
they
where
look
they
like?
came from.
They look like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but like the real low budget
Yeah.
version.
Yeah.
Like maybe like what they looked like not on drugs type of thing. I
Yes.
don't know, but
Okay.
like
Yes.
damn, they look haggard. Ron Jeremy, Lord. Lord.
Yes.
Not that he was ever a looker, but like
No. Oh.
Male sex robots with unstoppable bionic penises are coming this year.
I don't want
Coming.
any more
This should have
men
what?
to compare themselves to these bionic penises. So
First
this is
and
a no.
foremost, that dude's face is looking rather
You ready for-
scary.
You ready for
I-
This is supposed to be
that's
like
what I
like
said.
a rape
He looks like-
scenario.
Look
I
at
don't
the
know.
girl in the back.
Right?
He looks
But
like he's intimidating these
Here's
chicks.
my thing. Like, what happened to like the good old fashioned like quickies? Like, I don't need an unstoppable bionic penis.
Okay, I'm done.
Like,
Keep going.
Right? It's like, come on.
Chasing you
Like,
out of the house. Laying in your front yard.
I
You come
never
on.
leave the house now because I can't. Like, it's just, no. Like, come on. Like, I'm all about, like, some good old banging. But,
Batteries
like, you
are
don't
not
need-
included.
How long do you need
This
it to
is
last?
Human control. This is
You
what
got to
we're
plug
doing.
him into the wall too.
Right?
Oh God.
Charge
okay.
him up.
No. See, and, like, that's
gonna
when it
forget.
gets weird. Where do you plug? Do you plug the dick in? Like, is there, like, a cord that comes from the... I don't know.
I don't
This
know
is
how,
all weird.
I don't
I'm
ever
sure
charge
it's in
my
his
phone.
back.
I'm not charging my man. So
Charge your man
But
up.
yeah, I don't need another charger lying around to lose. So no, and I definitely don't want that weird ass thing. That's like a weird avatar. I don't like that. Get that off my screen.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
Wait, bring
You
the
got in
dude
trouble
back.
for this one.
I was banned. From
This
the
is,
internet for this.
Bring the creepy dude back. It's less creepy than this fucking shit.
All right. The people are eating cereal out of each other's mouth is the latest viral
I
trend.
want to know how this even came up.
You want to know how it came up?
I think I know how it came up.
I think because people stopped. We locked up Tide Pods, and now nobody. Darwinism is not a thing anymore.
Okay.
And now all the people that should have eaten the Tide Pods are eating cereal out of their significant other's mouths.
Hey, it's safer.
I wonder if this
Then
is a
Tide Pods.
category.
Depends on whose mouth you're eating out
Yes.
of.
Yeah, true.
Like,
This is in
if
the
it's
category
Hobo
of a dating
Joe
website.
down at, outside the wall, like the Winn-Dixie, that's not going to be much
Oh.
safer.
Hey, just bought this cereal and milk. You want to go to the corner?
Ugh.
I
it would
don't
be
know.
like warm. It would just,
I
I don't know. I just need to
Warm?
know, like, yeah, it would make the
From-
milk warm.
Oh.
I don't know if I could hold something just
I feel like it
In
would
your
feel like
mouth
it was
while they're-
choking me.
while laying like I don't know.
I mean, I
It depends,
can't
on, the kind, it
do
depends on the
that.
kind of cereal I'm
I
eating
already
it.
know I can't do that for other reasons, but I don't need somebody to pour milk down my throat to know that I can't lay on my back and have something go down my throat.
Strong gag reflexes.
Just put it that way.
A family friend took this picture while on vacation, and I can't unsee a baby Yoda.
So none of us actually know what a baby Yoda is.
I've seen
Yeah, we
like,
both,
the
all three of us
picture.
haven't watched the show.
But it's not.
I'm gonna be honest, and
Like,
somebody's gonna hate me for this, but I've literally watched like 2 Star Wars movies
I've
in my
never
life, and I have no idea what. I know
I've
Jar
never-
Jar Binks was in one, and I know
So you watched the later ones. You didn't watch like the 80s ones.
I don't know.
I've never seen.
Because Yoda's in the 80 ones.
Oh, okay.
I only
I've
know what
seen
Yoda
one
is
with
for that.
Yoda in it.
Mhm.
I think.
I've never watched. I don't even know the beginning. I know like the tune, and that's about it for Star Wars.
I literally know if any of the guys that I was friends with from high school see this, they're gonna be fucking. They're literally gonna annihilate me. So I'm sorry, and I love you guys. They're all obsessed with this. They all talk about Baby Yoda, and I just sit there and like. He's so cute. Yeah. I don't know anything.
Why is it so cute?
All right, what we got next?
Ooh.
Conor McGregor stops Cowboy in under a minute. I think it was 44 seconds.
4 seconds, and it was not impressive.
I've also ruined a man's reputation in under a minute. I don't feel like it's that impressive.
No,
I'm just kidding. This was like a really sad fight. Honestly, it was very lackluster. It was literally like I think he was on the mat 42 seconds. Or
I
something.
think
bought the fight,
the
didn't you?
Cowboy just wanted some money.
Yeah.
I would really, I hate to say this because like I watched the Nate Diaz Conor McGregor fight. I would really like to see somebody come out and knock him off his high horse. Like, I get it. I get that he's notorious and all this shit. I totally get it. But I'm like an underdog rooter. Jags fan through and through. Heyo. So I would really like to see somebody come in and just like 1-2 punch the shit out of McGregor. Like, I don't see it happening anytime soon. I really don't. But I mean, he did lose to Nate Diaz at one time. But maybe that was a fluke. We don't know because the next time he knocked his ass clean out.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of his. I think it's his fights are. You bought the fight, didn't you?
No.
Or did you pay? You had it. Oh.
Yes, he did. He
He
paid
did
a
buy
lot
the
of
fight.
money for
We
the
had a
fight.
party.
You bought
Yeah.
the fight.
And it was on somehow.
Yeah, I mean, we.
I don't know. I just don't.
Relatable content.
Yes.
But I was underwhelmed. We'll go with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Eminem releases another surprise album, Music to Be Murdered By.
To you, Gina.
If I had anything to say about this, I would say that releasing an album on the day that the posthumous album from Mac Miller was released by the people that created it after he died, and you were to name that album Music to Be Murdered By, I assume you just are trying to stay relevant, and at that point I want nothing to do with you. I've always been a big like Eminem person just because like I liked that he was like super off the wall and really like rude and kind of just like liked the shock value. Like I always liked that about him. No one in the world is going to trump my boy Mac, especially on that day. So that's my 2 cents.
What's your thoughts, Sam?
I don't really have a thought. I think. Oh, can you hear me now? I think that he released his album too late, and I think that this should have been released whenever. What is his name? Why can't I think of who?
Mac Miller?
No, who does Nick Cannon?
Oh.
I think this was like a shot back to Nick Cannon. I think it was kind of a poor shot back too. So I'm kind of not really here for it either.
I listened to some of it and I liked it. I mean, and I've seen some videos of Mac Miller's dropped on YouTube, and those were super dope too.
Mac Miller's
I
good.
will.
There's a lot of
I will
music
say
on
I
there.
have not listened to Eminem's album, so I really am not like here to say that one is better than the other. My big thing is just like Mac Miller was very, very, very special to me in a lot of ways. So check that album out, Circles.
Oh gosh.
Alrighty.
God.
Wendy Williams called out for mocking Joaquin Phoenix cleft palate.
You said his name perfect.
Joaquin.
It would have taken me a while to get that.
You know, it's funny to me whenever I see people that are significantly less significant than others mocking
especially
them.
Wendy Williams.
Yeah, like who did you have sex with to have your own show? Like I have no idea what
How
you've
did
ever
she
brought to the table
get
as
her
far
own
as
show?
like that's what I'm saying. Like
And she's
I
been
don't-
a train wreck since she's been on that show.
Yeah.
She's
too.
a
for sure.
fucking
Been passing
nightmare.
out,
She's
looking
a
like she's on
literal
drugs.
nightmare.
Yeah.
And my thing is, this is the same as far as I'm concerned. This is kind of the same thing as Eminem. It's just shock value. It's just like to see how ridiculous you can be.
I actually seen the clip where she's doing that, and as soon as she does that, she says, but he's so hot, though. I'd date him.
Yeah, and she came back with a huge apology after this. Like, right after she got, like,
Nah,
she
fuck
got
her.
slammed for, like, a whole day and then came back and apologized. So I'm definitely
No,
not.
fuck her. It's like one of those things where it's like, I mean, clearly it's not like she's not, you know, super thin, but if somebody was on a TV show being like fat ass Wendy Williams, she'd be up in, you know what I mean? It's just not acceptable. Like we have come to terms as a society that like we know we are more here for like encouraging people rather than like belittling them. So as fuck her, as far as I'm concerned, like it's 2020. You get out of here with your bullshit, bitch.
Bitch. All right. A little bit about some sports. Here's Joe Burrow. Says Odell Beckham Jr. handed out some real cash to the LSU players, which was about, I heard it was about $3,000 to $5,000 every person he handshaked.
So my question: LSU played who in the playoffs?
I forgot.
Okay, so was it
I think it was
Alabama?
Oklahoma. Was it Oklahoma?
I think it was Oklahoma.
No, it was Clemson. It was
Clemson.
Clemson.
It was
It
Clemson.
was
That's right.
Clemson.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
I'm just happy it wasn't Alabama. So cool. Not Nick Saban. Yay. Not the Patriots of college.
And then there was a security guard that sued Odell, saying Odell slapped his ass, which we think it's jealousy because he didn't get one of the thousands. And he gave all the players cigars for victory.
I feel I mentioned this earlier, but I just feel like this should be said. Like I feel like it's hilarious that there are so many men that are like, it's an ass grab. You're fine.
No
Get
big
over
deal.
it. And next thing you know, who do we have suing? Odell Beckham Jr., but a male security guard who got his little tuchus pummeled. I don't understand that. That's hilarious to me. Like, you know.
I'm upset I'm not an LSU
Wild.
player with me.
Right? I wish I had a fistful of cash.
9-year-old boy with dyslexia creates amazing portrait of John Cena with Rubik's cubes.
I think this is so cool.
Just something that you can like look. Just even looking at it from probably up close doesn't look. I mean, just a picture of it probably doesn't do
I
justice,
couldn't-
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
couldn't
does
do
every
that.
one of those cubes. He
Finds it
Changes them all around.
perfectly.
I couldn't do that with Rubik's cubes right now
How long
as
did
a
it take
28-year-old
him?
adult.
How long do you think it took him to do this, or how he figured out he could do this?
I think it took him 2 days. I think I watched
2
it.
days.
What you
Yeah.
know what I don't like about this headline though? With dyslexia, what does that have
to do with anything because they want, but
It's
they
not-
always want to make it the.
But it's not even. He's not reading the Rubik's cubes.
No.
It's not like
So
it's like
nothing-
right hand green. Like
Yeah.
this isn't Twister. I just don't understand. Like
Why
I don't
you have to
know.
throw dyslexia
Yeah.
in there, but I get because they're probably trying to make it like he overcame something, but
Like the
But, like-
9-year-old wasn't good enough.
yeah,
right.
yeah.
But it's like, but that's like the people. Like okay, it's not the same. But like when you see people do like art, like like videos on like Facebook and stuff. I've shared a video like a few weeks ago of this woman who is ambidextrous. She could use both hands and draw 2 different portraits at the exact same time with each hand.
crazy.
And I'm sitting here like, I can draw fingers, okay, and it's like crazy to me because they were like, like woman with autism, and I'm like, that's amazing for anyone. It doesn't
Yeah,
just
dude.
because she has
Yeah.
autism.
Autism,
That's
I
crazy.
agree. I absolutely agree.
Oh, God's hand over Brazil clouds.
I have not confirmed if my boyfriend has seen this or not from Brazil, but it looks more like Pride Rocks to me. That's what I'm seeing.
What'd you say it was? Look like?
She said a lizard with a hat on.
I think it looks like a chameleon wearing a hat, but
It looks like Pride Rock. Look.
I mean, do
You
you
could, like, hold
see
Simba
like
right there.
that's a
Yes,
chameleon
okay.
eye? That's the mouth. Like
That's a sombrero.
yeah,
wearing
okay,
a huge
there you
hat.
go, a sombrero.
It's at Lenop,
A chameleon-
celebrating
a
its birthday.
chameleon. Oh my
I
god.
think it looks like me reaching for some snacks 3 a.m.
True.
I just think I think the
True.
people that really are like firm believers in God just look for like, and you know what I mean, like anything, and they're like, yes,
Jesus was on my
Jesus-
toast.
yeah,
He came out of my
like-
toaster.
Like what? That's
Speaking of
how God.
God.
That's how God administered Himself to you is on your toast. Like
Speaking of God, here's a 100-year-old church is transformed into a psychedelic art-covered skate park.
This is the church I want to go to.
that. Yeah. Look, they have couches. It's
Yes,
definitely a couch.
everyone's
That's
chilling.
definitely a church. I
I
can
don't
go
know if
in.
they're having church in there though.
Nah.
I think they're
I mean,
just
they may be
skateboarding.
having
I mean-
church of the doobies.
True.
But I think it'd be a dope like music video, be or something show
for
in there.
Sure.
I would love to do like a photo shoot in there.
Yeah.
Just like see just like the way that lighting is like coming in that window. I just feel like
Sure.
that'd be such a dope like place to take just any abstract photos. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
super
all
cool
about
concept.
art. Yeah.
I want to know where this is at though.
Yeah.
To be continued. Alright. Now we're gonna get into some local Jax news. This first one we got is Lucky's Market reportedly to close nearly all area stores.
Personally heartbroken. Haven't been. Aiming to go Monday to check it out. You drink wine and beer while you shop.
Yeah. They also have like a little snack bar, so you can get like snacks and like walk around and shit. I really liked Lucky's. When I lived at the beaches, way back when.
Forever
I say
ago.
that so pretentiously, I know.
It's forever ago.
When I lived at the beaches, I liked Lucky's Market a lot. They have like the cute little apothecary, and they make like specialty like bath items, which I'm into all that.
Do they make them
stupid stuff.
there?
No, I don't think so. I think they're like locally sourced. I don't quote me. But yeah, I mean, I do like that it does give you the option to drink while you shop if you're into that kind of thing. But I'm kind of sad to see that they're like closing. I feel like they haven't been around that long.
All
so,
of them
like,
but one. They're closing all of them except one.
so is this only in Jacksonville?
No,
Lucky's?
they're in Florida. I think they're like just Florida based.
Okay.
But their only one they're leaving is Central Florida, so somewhere below Orlando.
Stupid.
Yeah,
Whatever.
so super stupid.
I never shopped there. I wasn't rich
I kind of
enough.
feel like they were kind of competing with like the Trader Joe's market. Like I
Well,
feel
kinda
like
with
they're the
Aldi's,
same.
Yeah, Aldi's
yeah.
and Trader Joe's, and then
Okay, this makes no sense to me. I
Alright.
need to be informed.
With these beaches supermarket shakeups. This is Lucky's Market's closing, but Native Sun is returning.
dun dun.
So
will
Native
put that in there,
Sun decided like, okay, we quit. There's Lucky.
But why did they close?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
They closed the one
they closed all of them. They closed one by the school.
and then one by my Meadows.
Yeah, they closed all of them. But like my big thing is I'm very confused. Like, did they think like, oh, there's no more market? Like, there's Trader Joe's, there's Lucky's, there's like whatever. Like, we might as well just like close up shop. And then once Lucky's left, they're like, oh,
This was released like 20 minutes after Lucky's literally announced that they were closing.
I'm wondering if like maybe Native Son and Lucky's like worked out some kind of deal. Like,
well, their
you know
original
what I mean?
post about the Lucky's was there was going to be a retention pond built there, and now there's being another. Well, I don't know where the.
What is it with
Native Son's
Jacksonville
gonna be.
knocking down things and then being like, let's build a park?
Oh my
like,
gosh!
I
right
don't
in-
understand.
Right in front of Bay Street, the whole courthouse is still just grass.
Well, and it also is like it was literally like it was just gone.
Yeah,
it was gone,
I
and then
remember.
they put sod down, and it's like, what courthouse? What do you
We
mean?
never had a
But like, I don't
courthouse.
understand. It's like they were in such a hurry to like knock down the landing, and it's like for what?
So you could put more grass. On the
Like
grass?
not even parking, not even like you know what I mean. Where it's like, oh, well, if we did a parking garage, we could have like more nightlife, more like now that First Baptist is giving up all the liquor licenses, like downtown actually has a hope. But we're gonna make a big ass park and call it a day. It's fine.
Easy peasy.
If you're in Jax's city council, kudos, good plan. Terrible plan. What you should have done is put Daly's Place where the landing is.
They were
But
talking about putting an amphitheater in that park.
They should have.
But it makes no sense. You can't have two amphitheaters in the city within
no,
walking
they
distance of
should
each
have
other.
waited 2 years.
I agree.
Put Daly's where the landing is because that is the perfect place for a venue. Like the oh my god, the acoustic. I can't even talk about that. But putting Daly's where it is asinine because it's literally straight up and down. It is straight up and down. It is. There's no, I mean, we lost Freebird and that was a bummer. And then we got Daly's and everybody's like, yay, Daly's. And then you go to Daly's and it's like, this is very mediocre.
The music doesn't sound that good unless it's like there's
Very
like
mediocre.
nobody in there.
I wish that I wish we had that Patrick meme where it was like, let's just take Daly's and move it to the landing.
Just
Like,
somewhere else.
that's what we should
Yep.
do. That's the
agree.
game plan. That's what I think. If I
All
was
right.
Jackson.
All right, now it's time for some.
Memes.
This first one is when a thick girl throws it back and you didn't have your feet planted.
Ready.
Those even look like snowshoes. Wow.
I wonder
That must have been a thick girl.
Do you think he's falling, or do you think he's?
Why? Wait,
Do you
She
think he's
threw it
falling?
back
can
on
we
him.
look at his alien hands?
I know.
What's going on?
It's like mine.
It's like the fourth kind. Like, that's weird. I don't know how I feel
He's being
about
dropped
that.
from their UFO.
Okay.
All right. Haven't seen a cowboy get pounded this hard since Brokeback Mountain.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
have you guys actually watched Brokeback Mountain?
I have
I
watched the full thing of Brokeback Mountain. Have you?
Yes.
Okay.
I have.
So, concept of it is still very weird to this day. That
I will never understand what went through people's heads as they were like, all right, so bear with me. There's a movie. 2 really hot cowboys. And they fuck. They're like, wait. No, we didn't hear the last part. What?
And we fuck.
They fuck. They have sex. They are gay together. Like, why?
So that's what the whole
They're
movie
wa-
was about? Let's
Yeah.
go to the mountain and fuck?
100%.
Yeah, they get into a tent and they have sex.
They even are both married. Like,
Yep.
they both have, like, wives and
And everything.
everything. Like, kids.
Yep.
All right, dudes that dress like this have a 100% chance of knocking you out.
I don't know if I'm more upset.
About
Why is he wearing the glasses? Like, why is he wearing actually Billy Cosby's glasses in this photo? And it's like, that isn't a dupe. That's the actual sweater.
I wonder if he wore that because he was gonna knock somebody out.
I think this
Yeah,
one-
is
I
it like,
think
is
this-
it for the
So-
meme? Did he do it for the meme? He did.
Me.
He did it for the gram. He had to have done it for the gram.
Absolutely.
Nobody walks around in a sweater and glasses like that
I bet
unless
you this
their
is probably
name
during
is
the weigh-in. It's probably during a
probably.
weigh-in.
Yeah.
Those weigh-ins have me geeked when they do that stuff, dude. Those weigh-ins and they're like standing there like looking at each other all like
I'm gonna fuck you
intense
up.
and one of them's like I'm not laughing, you're laughing. Fucking
Stare
idiot.
down.
Yeah, like,
Do you think the fighters are actually friends though? Like
Yeah,
not in front of the
100%.
camera, even they're nice.
They probably are like, "Sup, man? You want to do this? You ready to make $1 million?" They probably bet against each other.
True.
I would.
Yeah,
You split the
same.
profit. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
Relatable.
So relatable.
Oh my god.
This is kind of like towards the weather today.
To anyone who died today due to
When
just freezing
Floridians-
to death, I'm sorry.
When Floridians walked outside this morning, they were like, "Woo!"
We both wore
That's
fur
an
jackets today. If that has to say anything.
Literally.
Even Casper was like, "Nope, I'm not going out there."
Casper's sleeping on a
Casper's
bed.
the best dog ever.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's been cold. It's
It's supposed to be cold all week.
Oh.
And then
No, it's
supposed
supposed to alternate. So tomorrow it's supposed to be like in the 60s, and then the next day it's supposed to be back in the 40s, and the next day it's supposed to be like 73. Then the
Oh,
next day it's like in
God.
the 30s. So
Here
everybody's
comes-
gonna get sick again. Hey,
Here comes the flus.
Yep.
That poor man works outside.
All right, I'll let you say this one.
Oh, this one's real long.
Sam loves this one.
Fellas, Valentine's Day is quickly approaching. She does not, I repeat, does not want chocolates. She wants crab legs with heavy garlic butter and extra napkins for our
Valid.
dirty hands.
That's that. Nice.
I'm 5 years out of the game, so
Even 5 years out of the game, you should still buy yourself some chocolates and some crab legs.
I eat chocolates all the time. So
I think that Valentine's Day is stupid, but I also think that this is a PSA for all men. If you buy your girlfriend roses for Valentine's Day, you're a sucker and a loser.
Crab legs and chocolates.
Don't buy roses. They're a waste of
Actually,
money.
blunts. I want blunts and movies.
Blunt bouquet. Blunt bouquet.
Bouquet. I want a
Bouquet.
blunt bouquet.
That's what I want for Valentine's Day. David, if you're out there, I want a blunt
A
bouquet.
blunt bouquet
And nothing else will
That's
suffice at this point.
with chocolates.
I don't even care about
I want
chocolates.
the chocolates. I want that
much.
50% off candy.
You know what? Okay, so I bartended and served for so long that I always celebrated Valentine's Day the day after, or like when
Yes.
I was always working on Valentine's Day. The day after is the way to do it. First of all, nothing's crowded. Second of all, everything's on sale. So if you do want chocolates, what is better than double the amount of chocolate for the same amount of price? Absolutely nothing.
I agree.
Don't buy roses.
you can buy me the chocolate.
Don't
Shit,
buy the
I'll
roses.
eat it. All right,
Oof.
another one for you, ladies.
Oh God.
Most attractive men. Where we do the whole top 50 states. So we'll just do the top 5. Montana is the top state. South Dakota.
We'll just go to the
Okay,
top cities.
Utah.
What?
Jacksonville, top
Um,
cities.
Jacksonville, okay. I will not agree that it's the most attractive men. There are some pretty people on the internet, but not in real life.
I know I'm bringing that rating down.
How
baby.
do they rank this?
I want to know who they interviewed.
And also, my question is, how are the states and cities completely opposite? That makes no sense. There's not even, it's not even
So North
like,
Dakota's not even at all.
yeah,
there.
it's like Florida's not even on top states, but Jacksonville's number 1. This is all skewed.
These are
totally
top
wrong.
states, but these are all states that probably no one goes to. So how do they know what anyone
This
looks
is
like?
probably Jacksonville created.
True. This was Jacksonville.
I
We see you guys.
Wait,
I
what does
think-
this say right here? It says men from Jacksonville, Florida are 70% more attractive than a national average.
What is the rate? What is the basis?
I
of
disagree.
this?
Where would you think your hottest state would be for men?
I mean, I guess it kind of depends on your type. Like in my head, I'm thinking like Washington State.
Okay.
I hear that.
Like I'm thinking like
I'm going out.
See,
I'm
I
down.
like dudes like burly, like beards, like you know what I'm saying. Like I like burly dudes. So I'm thinking like Washington State,
Colorado, Arizona,
like,
something like that. But I'm thinking if you're
Arizona's
looking
hot.
at pretty people, I'm thinking Miami. You're always outside.
No!
You're always outside. They're always working out. People are covered in plastic surgery. That's where I would say.
Yeah, but like, ew, is that your
For-
type?
No, that's not my type.
She's
Look
saying
around
good
dating.
looking.
apps,
See,
like,
I'm just saying,
yes.
but like,
My
but, like,
type's not that. at
Yeah,
all.
but like, I don't see.
I-
My thing is like, if I look at a dude and I'm like, he works out all the time, I'm not immediately like,
No, me
he's
neither.
good looking at all. It's actually kind of the opposite. Like, I'm
Yeah.
all about a good dad bod.
Same.
So like, I see. My personal thing is like when I go to Miami, I think everyone looks really gross.
I do too.
Like,
but I'm saying
personally.
people are so into that, like
Yeah.
overly done.
I would say
top,
California
like,
then.
cheapery-
I would say LA.
Mm,
If we're getting into like superficial only, LA.
I would say Oregon. There's some pretty people in Oregon. Some very pretty people in
Oh
Oregon.
my
who I've
God! When I
seen.
think of Oregon, I think of like the Oregon Trail. Like
Oh,
I
no.
literally
I don't
think of
think
like
of the Oregon
pilgrims. like
I think of burly
Like-
men.
bonnets and like.
I hear some of the hottest women are in Toronto.
Toronto.
I heard there are some sexy ass people from Canada.
Canada,
100%.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Ryan Reynolds is Canadian.
Justin Bieber's Canadian, but you can hate on him all you want to.
I can hate on him all
I don't
want
like his
to.
pink hair right now.
If you think that babies are yummy, you deserve whatever happens next. That's all I'm saying. Baton Rouge, I can probably get behind. Virginia Beach, like who even goes there? Manhattan,
Military.
yes.
I vacationed there a couple times when I was a kid.
Minneapolis,
Minnesota.
Lincoln is.
Scottsdale, Arizona.
Wait, okay, this is stupid.
That sounds like a small town.
What state?
Scottsdale's beautiful.
What state is Lincoln in?
Nebraska.
Number 8, Lincoln. Oh,
Nebraska.
That's gonna be your Burley
Your
man.
Burley-
no one
then-
in God's name goes to Nebraska and is like looking around like, damn, there's some fun ass dudes around here. Like, except maybe me, I guess. After you guys just both said that,
I
maybe
mean,
you're
you,
right.
you just described you like country looking
No,
dudes.
no.
Burley,
See,
lumberjacks.
I like dudes that look like lumberjacks, but the minute you start singing like
Utility.
some like Poe song, I'm done with you. Mm-mm, we don't do that. All right, let's talk about some
Netflix.
my favorite topic. Okay, so anyone who's been on Netflix this week obviously knows that the Aaron Hernandez docu-series was uploaded finally, and one of my favorite memes from this entire thing. Obviously, if you're a woman and you've watched the Aaron Hernandez trials, I totally get it. He's a good-looking guy. I do. I get it. Okay, this meme is easily one of the funniest things ever because it's so relatable. Women, I'd be like, I never picked the right man. And then they watch the Aaron Hernandez documentary, Murdering Psychopath. Oh my God, he's so fine. But look at this picture. Look how fine that man is. It's so sad.
Oof. Yeah.
But if you watched it, I think, did you guys
I haven't watched
I
it
didn't
yet.
watch
Okay,
it.
so at the very end, they mentioned that he had like a very severe like CTE issue with his brain, which I've been reading about. Apparently, they focus a lot more on him being bisexual. If you did not know this.
I did not know that. Okay.
So that was, unfortunately, I would have liked to have seen more of the uncovering of the actual issues going
for
on
sure.
in his brain, but they really seem to dig into the fact that he used to bang dudes. So
But I don't know what that has to do with you being.
it doesn't.
That's
I think it's
so-
the same. It's just people just want to be mad about something, but yeah, watch this if you haven't. It's pretty good. I
It's
would.
long.
Yeah. It's 3
hours.
episodes. It's not that bad.
Gosh.
Big Mouth is one of my favorite shows ever. I was an only child. I grew up with only my mom, so like a big thing for me was like my mom wasn't the kind of person to be like, let's talk about sex. So I kind of wish that a show had existed like this when I was younger.
I definitely agree. It made it a
like,
lot easier
yeah.
to like talk about, even with like my younger like.
Like how young?
I mean,
is
obviously,
not-
I think that it should be monitored, and it also shouldn't be. You shouldn't just sit there and let your 14-year-old watch every single episode.
No,
Definitely
you should
not.
watch this before you let your children watch this. But I was doing a lady's hair one day, and she's literally talking to her friend on the phone about how she is going to let her daughter learn from this show.
Well, it's
But-
like they talk about important stuff. Like there's an episode where Jessie, her parents are getting divorced, and she gets sucked into this like padded room by the depression kitty, and the depression kitty like sits on top of her and makes her feel really warm and like loved and like whatever. But it's kind of like it's symbolic for like what goes on in real life. Like
Yeah.
obviously, if you're a human being, you've dealt with depression at some point. But it's kind of cool to see it laid out as like a cartoon versus like the Aaron Hernandez documentary, where like obviously he wasn't totally there mentally, but it's kind of cool to see like a cartoon poke fun at like really big issues like that. I thought that was cool.
Kind of going back to what I posted about the Inside Out thing, how it teaches like little
Yeah.
kids about depression, anxiety, stress, anger, like,
Yeah.
all sorts of
Yeah,
forms
yeah,
of, I guess, your emotions and how to deal with them, and how every character in the movie was a different thing for each person.
I also think Big Mouth is really cool because I also think that as a parent, I mean, I'm not a parent, I don't have kids, but as a parent, I can't imagine birthing a child to do everything for it until it reaches like the pinnacle age in which it just starts to hate you for no apparent reason. And the cool thing about Big Mouth is that they're very big on the hormone monster, and like that's the reason why the kids are assholes because of the hormone monsters. So I think it's also a kind of like a reality check for like some parents who may be going through like a rough time with like their kid that's going through puberty.
Yeah, that's a good
because
way to
it's like a way of being like, they're not a monster. It's just their hormones. Like, because I remember being like 14 and being like, fuck you, mom. And then after I'd be like, why did I just do that?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
like,
even
you
now
know?
as an adult, I still like snapping my boyfriend. I'm like, why
Yeah.
did you just do that?
Yeah.
For no
so,
reason?
I don't know. I think that Big Mouth, like, is a really great show just because, like, it does deal with so much stuff that is relevant, especially for, like, adults.
Yeah.
Now I've seen this show. I like this show a lot.
This one's good. Have you seen?
I was pretty upset.
Have
I'm
you
pretty
seen all?
upset.
You've seen the whole thing?
I watched both seasons
Okay,
pretty
so
much
good.
in 2 days.
Yeah,
worth.
so
The
good.
meme is so great, though. It's like this dude is just outside this bitch's window with a hat on.
Except the first season, I liked about you was like it was breaking down the way relationships are today. How like
yeah.
the way you show yourself to a girl, she's gonna go this way, and if you go that way, it's like almost the opposite magnet thing.
Yeah. You know, like, oh, this is this. It showed you the whole ins and outs of the bad, the good. But the second season got me. Have you seen the whole thing?
I have. What did you think of the second season?
I wasn't expecting her to be as crazy as him. Honestly, I was not ready for that, and I was not ready for how that ended.
I'm going to be honest. So, okay. My thing with this show was the first season, I think, was really great because even he was like quoted being like, the show is to show you that even the good guy is not a good guy. Like, just because I am a good guy doesn't make the killing less bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still a psychopath. But I don't like that in the second season, it almost made him into the victim. Like, he sincerely was trying to not engage with her. And she persistently was like, no, we should date. We should date.
Poke.
And like, to me, it kind of seemed like he was so fucked up over what happened with Beck and the fact that he had done all of those things and he didn't want to be that person. And he was trying to like take a step back and not be that person. And then this girl just persistent on him. And then, you know.
But it wasn't
like,
just her, it was her brother as well.
Yeah, it was
and
like.
And then it was like her friends.
And he like. There were so many things. And like, I'm not defending Joe as a character. Like, bear with me. But like. There were so many things that, like, you know what I mean? Like, were either, like, just bad happenings or, like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like he maliciously was like, I have to kill all these people because Beck will be mine.
Yes.
Like, that wasn't it
at
all.
Yeah, when he killed the guy for coming and cutting his fingers off.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like, could have completely avoided that. Could have completely avoided locking a man into a box.
Yeah.
Could have completely avoided, I mean, hooking up with his neighbor.
Yeah.
Getting her wrapped up in all of this. Like, he could have not killed a movie star.
Yeah.
As well. Or
all of these things.
All of
yeah.
these things. But halfway through the show, I did stop and I was like, damn, you are feeling bad for this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it was kind of terrible on my end.
The first season, you're wanting
The
a
first
psychopath
one,
to get the girl.
Yeah, and
then second season, you just feel bad for him.
I felt
Because
so
in the
bad for him because
first-
I was like, he didn't want it. He like didn't. You
but
know,
like
he
the
tried to get
first
away.
season, it's like, is he a psychopath until the end? Whenever he, you know what I'm saying? Because like in his head, like I mean, it's conditioning. You know what I mean? Like he didn't have like he didn't have like a dad or like whatever. So he grew up with that guy as like his like.
But this one,
whatever.
I like the second season because they included more about his background and what his mom did to get away and how he ended up. How he ended up becoming a killer.
Has anybody seen any teasers for next season?
I have seen some. We're not going to talk about those.
They have teasers already?
Have you heard anything?
No, all I think is the neighbor. The neighbor's supposed to be the mom or something. Maybe.
Yes.
That's apparently what I've been hearing.
So it's going to be an interesting turn of events, but I don't know. I still feel bad for him. I didn't like his ex-girlfriend either.
Oh, this is my boo.
Oh.
So for anyone who doesn't know the best show in the entire world, let me grace your presence by letting you know that Schitt's Creek is 150% the best show I've ever fucking watched in my life. Neither of these two fools watch it, but I draw. I'm an artist. I do things with background noise. After I've watched The Office 3,000 times all the way through, I needed something besides Michael Scott's life stories to get me through. Schitt's Creek is 100% what I recommend. If you're looking for something absolutely hysterical, this show is the show for you. There's not one episode that's not funny.
Okay.
You related that to your job, and I'm sitting here looking at this like this looks like haircut styles, and she's
That's
like,
actually when I first saw this, I was
like
like,
all the
which
haircuts you can get. You
which
want a
hair-
1 or 2 or you want a 3?
I'm kind of feeling like the 9 right now.
Honestly, though, like
Or the
if
4.
you... so this is Eugene Levy's son.
Yes.
This is Daniel Levy. Okay. He is the best character on this show by
Okay.
far. Like, oh my God, the funniest human being just known to mankind. Like,
Yeah.
it's unreal. But obviously, he is, he's not even really gay on the show. He is like kind of, he dates a girl in the beginning and then he ends up with a guy. But anyway,
Open.
if
He's
you
open.
don't watch Schitt's Creek, you're doing something wrong with your life because you need to just watch Schitt's Creek.
That's
It's
us
fucking
too, right?
hysterical.
Yeah. Which one are you picking?
Today, honestly, most of my day today has been either a tie between 1 and 7. I was at work before I got here, so 1 is my customer service face. 7 is my whenever customers are not near me face.
That was a solid 9 all day today. So for the new Birds of Prey movie, I'm kind of excited for this one for me. Just because it's all female based and all of them are pretty badass characters with badass backgrounds. I'm a huge Harley Quinn fan. I'm a huge Joker fan. Not a super healthy relationship. Obviously not a model for you. But her breaking away and becoming her own badass is kind of what this is going to be for me. She cuts her hair off. Her makeup's different. She starts to dress a little bit more like now and kind of how we do. So I'm excited for it.
I'm actually excited for it because I think it's like another superhero for for women and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's like giving them something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was her for Halloween. It definitely empowered me. I walked around with a baseball bat and like just riding all over my legs, and I had pink and blue hair. My makeup was smeared all over my face, and I had a badass jacket I made with some tassels. So I recommend seeing it. It looks good. Looks like the story's gonna be good.
I'm
She's
excited. She is cute.
She's very
I love me some Margot.
Me too.
Do you love me some Margot?
Ooh.
Okay, wait. Okay, so I'm a huge horror movie person. I love horror movies. I'm not talking about gory movies. Gory movies are cool and all. But it takes a lot to make me sleep with the lights on. This show got me fucked up, y'all. So this show is about this girl when she's young. It's okay, first and foremost, it's a French show, so you know this shit's bananas, okay? Because people in France, they know horror, okay? Honestly, anyone in like Eastern Europe is just like riddled with fucked up shit.
up.
Yeah, like the Human Centipede
Yes.
literally takes place in like Sweden. Fucked up movie.
Even like the Hostel movies, same thing.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Yeah,
Hostel.
same.
Yeah,
Same.
Hostel. You know, like they're getting ripped apart. And
Dude, it's so funny. Hostel was literally like Saw. Okay,
Hostel
we got
was,
this.
no.
You know what I mean? They were like, "Well, one up that." So Marianne is the show. It's about this French girl. When she's younger, she has these horrible nightmares. When she grows up, she becomes like a mid-teens, later teens. She starts to become an author. She starts to write stories with a character named Marianne. In the stories, she grows up to fight Marianne, and so her nightmares stop. When she becomes like about my age now, so about 10 years after she originally starts writing them, she stops and her nightmares start. This show gets you fucked up. If you're looking for something to scare you, because like I said, I'm a huge horror movie person. I was recommended the movie Hereditary. I was also recommended the movie Midsummer by the same director as Hereditary. And I don't know about you guys, but you can go ahead and listen in the comments if you have any discrepancies with my opinion. But those movies sucked ass. I don't know when horror movies became so fucking terrible, but it was the biggest waste of time. Midsummer is like 2.5 hours long. Two and a
What's it
half.
about though?
It's a cult movie, so you might be
Oh,
like scared
I
of
don't
it.
know.
But
When I
It's
first
like-
seen this picture, I thought it was Bird Box.
Yeah. Did you Bird Box? I liked Bird Box. I didn't really, I mean, at the end, I was kind of
I
like.
still haven't even seen it though.
Okay.
I
can't-
felt like
you
Bird
can't even
Box was like the
remember.
middle of a story.
It was. It definitely was.
just
but it
wasn't
kept you,
done.
It kept me there the
Like-
entire time I watched it. I was like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And then nothing happened.
But like that's not a movie.
No.
That's like taking a literal chapter from a book, ripping it out, and handing it to somebody and being like, "Good luck."
Here, figure this
You know what I
out.
mean? It's like
Make it up yourself.
No, but have you heard about Midsummer? Like,
No.
obviously,
Obviously, it's
like
not.
this girl and her boyfriend are like in the worst relationship ever,
In the middle of
and her family dies like tragically, and so he's trying to break up with her and he can't, so he takes her to Sweden for this like month-long trip, and that
Sounds like a lot. I'll
it's just
get
weird.
back to you
It's
on
just
this
weird.
one.
The whole thing's weird. I really want you to watch it just so you can tell me.
I'll
like,
get back to you
yeah,
on it.
Just
So this one was one I really liked. I wasn't expecting a Tyler Perry movie to grasp me like this at all because it is fucked up. And I cannot believe still that my boyfriend fell asleep halfway through this and missed the end and had to rewatch it the next day because there was no way I was moving from the couch even to go to the bathroom.
dude, this movie is so fucking
So
bananas.
good. If you haven't watched it, I've told probably like majority of my friends, family, anybody I've actually talked to. I've been like, hey, have you watched this movie? You should check this movie out.
Sam is actually the first person I've found that has watched it. I like mentioned it before we started this, and she was like, "Oh my god, it Fall from Grace!" But I was like, "Holy shit, yeah!"
Oh, but it's so good.
It is really good. It's not what I expected for. I'm not a big
No.
Medea person. No, it's not my thing. But this is, and obviously Tyler Perry's in this bitch, so he gets his 5 seconds. You know it.
So, coming over talking about events happening in Jacksonville this weekend or starting like Thursday. So, Saturday, January 25th from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m., there's a Jacksonville Walk to Defeat ALS that kicks off at Dave & Buster's off Salisbury Road. So, whoever's coming out for that, I don't know too many of the details on that. This is kind of my place is music. River City's got some big things coming up. Dr. Fresh is going to be here February 1st. So he's more like house electronic music. Have you heard of this man before?
Yeah. If you have not seen a show at River City yet, definitely do yourself the favor. It's easily my new favorite venue in Jax.
For
It's
sure.
amazing. The acoustics are great. Like the scenery is great.
The people that are in there are great. Everyone, the bartenders are fantastic. Make sure you tip them. Take good care of
Yeah,
your
always tip
bartenders.
your bartenders. Just PSA.
And then this one's really big. This happens Wednesday, January 29th. This is happening at 1904 Music Hall, and this is for Universal Green. It's going to be a live album recording party.
Shout out Jason Honeycutt. We fucking love you.
Love you. There's going to be free food and a free keg, and it's just going to be a good time. Come out, make some noise. And Nick Fresh is also playing a Boiler Room set for this.
Dude, will that be outside?
This is going to be, I think,
Outside?
inside,
Oh,
but
damn.
I am not positive.
Oh, Nick Fresh. Also,
Yeah,
another
Nick
shout out for
Fresh
Nick
for
Fresh.
sure.
We love you.
And then the Lantern Workshop Brewery Series. So Engine 15 downtown is going to be helping prep for the Lantern Parade that is coming up within the next coming weeks.
Engine 15. There's an Engine 15 downtown?
Yeah.
Where?
It's over in Springfield. Yeah, they're in the one at the, well, obviously they're in the one at the
Weird.
beach too. And then the Vagabond Flea Market is happening Sunday. So it's going to be a lot of local vendors, arts and candles and kind of like a lot of DIY, self-made things. Do you sell any of your art at these kinds of
I
pop-ups?
don't. I have only art show wise. I have only done. This is an art show at Nighthawks for Matthew Connor.
yeah.
Is this at Rain Dogs?
This is a Vagabond.
Vagabond.
Yeah.
Duh.
So the coffee. No.
Yeah. I was thinking of
I
Trash.
haven't
I was
done
thinking
any-
of Trash Panda. I don't know why.
No, I haven't done any ones at Rain Dogs before. Have you done any ones at Retail?
I have not. I've not. I try really hard to only do like very limited
Yeah.
art shows just because I'm not great. So I
great. Stop
don't
doing
need to.
that.
I don't need to dilute the market.
And then 90 Pours 1 year anniversary party. If you've not been here, definitely go check this place out. Their details are to come, so keep popping in on their Facebook for the event. So it's 2 to 11.
What is 90 Pour?
It's like a brewery. It's like how like Beer 30 is. So they
Okay.
sell beer, so kind of like
Where
Kevin
is it?
Coin.
Where is
It's
it?
in San Marco.
Okay. I don't drink. I'm sorry, guys.
And then Rock Bottom String Band is going to be at the Justice Pub for people who like to get a little bit more on the acoustic fun side of the music. It's going to be Friday, January 24th at 9 to 12. And I think the entrance is free.
Look at that banjo.
Have you ever seen live string music like this before?
Oh my God, I love any live music.
Me too.
I mean,
It's kind of crazy.
people
how,
could be
like,
playing
no
the
one's-
washboard, and I'm like,
Yeah, but know what? Like, it's just crazy how people our age aren't really into this. My cousin owns a bluegrass band. They're pretty popular, but they don't play around here, which kind of stinks.
People are weird to me. Like, people are very like, that lineup sucks. Like, are you seriously just going for the music?
Oh my gosh, and I hate when people are like, oh my God, what are the set times? I'm like, go for everyone.
Oh my God,
everybody.
dude, I can't even. This is like a big deal, right?
This
Black
is a big
Flag
deal.
coming?
Yeah, they're local.
Yeah.
This is going to be a big deal. So this is actually, there's a pre-party from 4 to 7 in Spliffs in the back patio of 1904. And then the last band that plays is going to shut it down, and then Black Flag plays at 7:30. This is an early show, so
Sunday.
they recommend coming in early and getting your tickets and not slacking on them. Cool. And then this is going to be at what Nighthawks used to be. Have you checked this venue out yet?
I've not seen it since it changed to Archetype. I was gonna head there. I was gonna go to the Dove show, but I was very sick, and that did not happen. I'm very excited though to see it. Congrats to Preston and Connor who bought
congrats.
Nighthawks recently and changed it to Archetype. That's awesome. We're very excited to see it.
I went to their show for their grand opening, and it was super great.
Was it Dove?
No,
that was still
it was
Nighthawk.
Astronomer.
What kind of music is this? Again?
So they do everything. So this is gonna be. I think this is more.
This is more Smile Empty Soul. I could be 100% wrong here, but if I'm remembering correctly, I'm pretty sure this is kind of like emo-ish, like punkish music.
Yeah, but not like pop punk. Like
Not
you're
like pop punk,
You're like
no,
rock
like-
punk.
yeah.
yeah, like rock punk. So
Smile Empty Soul. I'm trying to think.
That definitely
if they
sounds more of
had,
like
a
a-
song that like I would know it if I like.
but I don't think any of these are local people. But correct me if I'm wrong. But that is this Friday, and I know that there's an entrance fee, so it starts 6:30, and I do believe they close at 1.
Let's move on to the next one.
And this is Spufford. Have you ever heard of them before?
I would have guessed Spafford.
Also at 1904.
So yeah, 1904 is pretty big around here. So this is more of like a jam band. They play like funk to rock to reggae to kind of all over the place. So if you're just looking for a good time to get out, this is going to be a good show just if you want to go dance and let loose. Also tip your bartenders here.
Saturday, January
Always
25th.
dip your bartenders.
8 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay, so this Saturday is huge for events in Jacksonville. There's also the Food and Wine Festival that'll be downtown or in
It's-
Riverside, right?
It's where like the warehouse district is from where I looked at on the map.
So it is downtown.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like right outside downtown. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So near like Springfield-ish?
No, towards Riverside more. Oh, then this
Oh,
one's gonna be
oh,
a good
oh,
one.
We got nastiness.
Coming to twerk with you in Jacksonville.
Y'all, I don't know if you follow this girl, but let me do you a favor.
Go do it.
follow this girl on Instagram. This girl literally just
Just
goes
do it for your own
around
entertainment.
goes around the world and shakes her ass. And my God, the things she can do with that ass, I don't even know. She's unreal. But
And she does them sober. So even
completely
that-
sober, and she teaches. So this is what it is. It's an actual. It's not like a show. It's like a class. So sign your girl up. She doesn't want roses for Valentine's Day.
She wants a twerk
this.
class.
She wants a twerk class. But they are coming to Jacksonville. This is dope. This is a huge thing. She has millions of followers on Instagram. She's absolutely amazing.
I don't know what the date is for this though. For her
think-
tour.
I think it's in like June.
Yeah, I think it's like in the summer.
yeah.
So get your cheeks ready.
Yeah.
Get your cheeks ready.
She's ready.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.
W-T.
Oof.
What the fuck?
It's not what the fuck.
It's what's trending Facebook.
Yeah. It's not what the fuck.
It's what's what's trending Facebook.
Yeah. If you'd like to help support the show promoting local talent, please cash app us at $Jax Local Radio Show. Duval!